I don't know why that's the second time that's happened. See if I can fix this. Really? My goodness. Nothing can work right. That's okay. There we go. Try again. And is there volume? Is there not volume? I can't hear myself. There should be volume. Let me see. Have to go in and look at my own. Okay. Trying to fix this. There it is. Okay, there is sound. My goodness. What a mess. Hi again, Minty. Absolute mess. How are you? I'm alright. Yeah. Oh goodness, people. Thanks for the subs, by the way. That's good, Minty. What you having for dinner? That was quick. Didn't even see what they said. Oh well. Oh, that makes more sense. I was gonna say. Hi, Avenger. Good evening. Everybody's making food, huh? Nothing wrong with that. We're under a winter weather advisory again for freezing rain this time instead of snow. So, what the hell? What did I do? Oh, I give up today, I swear. I'd lose my head if it wasn't freaking attached. So, what's everybody having for dinner? Boy. Oh, yeah. I don't have to go anywhere. Well, I have an appointment tomorrow, but they come here, so that's on them. Well, let's see. President Trump captured Maduro and Tim Walz just quit in Minnesota. Great New Year. That's good, Venture. Yeah, my new year was pretty uneventful. I streamed for a little while and that was about it. My goodness, Minty, you're just going all out, aren't you? English, please. Anyhow, sound like you're making a whole holiday feast, Minty. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, depends on how old you are. If you're not 18, you don't need to be in here. Hi, Yvette, or Yvette, however you say it. Nobody said I was an expert at names, so I don't know why they say these things are flavored. They're really not. It's supposed to be blue raspberry, but it tastes nothing like it. Thank you, Minty. So, Caleb, I'm smoking rosin, hash rosin. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was just watching this episode of like Cops, I guess, or it was a body cam. Anyways, and this lady got caught with just a little bit of weed, like the smallest of bit, and like she tried to beat the shit out of the cop over it. Got put in handcuffs and everything. She's throwing such a fit in the back seat over this. She slams her head against the plastic partition so hard she knocked herself out. And then they had to take her to the hospital because her head was bleeding. And she was trying to tell everybody at the hospital that the cops beat the shit out of her. It's like, what the? What's this world coming to? The way she was screaming, though, the only thought is, this must be what Democrats sound like every time Trump does something really good. Yeah, well, it ain't gonna happen here, Gabe. So, hi, Lady Sky. Nice to see you. How are you? So, my goodness. I'm good, thank you. That's good. So, I love how all the people come in with the global economy and shit like that. Haven't they figured out we're kicking people out, not letting them in? Yep. No, I completely agree with you, and that's all it is, Manuel, is Orange Man bad because that's all they have left to say. Wow, is that all, Lady Sky? Shoo. Yeah, Orange Man bad is all they have left to run on. So, why do you think Tim Walz split? He dropped out of the gubernatorial race for this year because he knew he was squashed. He's just trying to keep his ass out of jail is what he's doing, but that's not going to work. You let that much money, I think they're up to $18 billion now. You let that much money go in fraud knowingly, and you're not going to get away with it. But what's sad about it is, for all the fraud that Minnesota has, California has like 5 times the fraud. So, I imagine the state here, Michigan, has tons of fraud, like Granholm. Yeah, she was just as bad as Whitmore. Whitmore just put like a 27% tax or 25% tax on THC, said it was going to go for the roads, and then she raised gas tax up to 52% and said it was going to go for the roads. I guarantee you that not a damn dime of that money is going to go for the roads. It never has and it never will. Just legalizing marijuana here and having all the dispensaries open, they've made millions and millions and millions of dollars that could go for the road. And we've still got the worst roads in the country besides Rhode Island. So I want to know where all that damn money's going. But she ain't gonna last long either. Her time as governor's coming to an end, and it's about time. Hopefully people will stop being idiots and actually vote Republican. I know I will, but it's a whole mess. I can hear it raining. It's freezing rain out there. I can hear it hitting the snow. At least it isn't heavy yet. When it gets really heavy, you can hear it bouncing off the windows and everything else. For the last 2 days, my sisters wanted to come over here and spend the night with me. For no good reason. And I'm like, no, thank you. No, think I'll pass, thank you. Like, you got a whole damn apartment, 2 bedrooms just like mine. Sorry, 2 bedrooms just like mine, and you want to come stay at my apartment. No. Not this time. There's no good reason for it. I let him stay here when the floors were being redone, but that's about it for me. Besides, I've been fighting a migraine for 2 days. And my little nephew, I love him to death, but he is loud. Not purposely. He's autistic. He don't mean to be, but whew, I don't think that I could take that. So, like, I don't even get why she wants to come over here, though. Me and her don't even get along. It's weird. So, Are you kidding me? That's crazy, Manuel. That's ridiculous. I wonder when people stop believing in jobs. About the time that the Democrats said, oh, don't worry, we'll just pay for you. So, I've got a short I'm going to share of women from Cuba talking about it. So, you're fine, Mincy. See, that's fucking ridiculous. Excuse my language, but we pay for that shit. Yep, definitely. Well, they just halted $180 million to Minnesota to their child care programs. Now everybody's screaming, how to say this without getting in trouble. Racism. I'll say it that way. Which is all bullshit. We know it has nothing to do with race. Or it wouldn't if it wasn't all the same damn race doing it. It's all Somalians. Like all but a very few people that have been arrested for the frauds, all Somalian. So, whatever. It wouldn't be a race issue if they weren't the ones all doing it. But I guess you can't expect much less from people that come from a country with no government, and the way they make their money is piracy. So, exactly. If that's the way it's supposed to be. Everybody has an equal opportunity in America as long as you work for it, honestly. And if you come here legally, you need to pledge allegiance to America, not to your own country. So I think Ilhan Omar's about to, they're bringing a censure against her. But she's about to learn that the hard way because they're looking for any way possible they can to deport her. And they might actually have a way because they said that she came here under her dad and he got papers when she was a minor, but there is no paperwork, no immigration paperwork at all on her dad, so she might not even be legal here. And if she's not legal here, she definitely has no right to be in our government. Yeah, definitely, Minty. Oy. So, but it cracked me up. Yeah, big time. They are thieves. Cracked me up. Tim Wolf said, oh, he has to step down because of all the. Oh, how did he put it? Hold on a second. He's trying to blame it on, like, the pressure that Trump's putting on him over the fraud, but we all know it's on him. Oh no. Who in the hell is this? That's the best comment ever. Frederick Schwink. Okay. So I got this video of it's a comedy video of Tim, and his comment says he should run for mayor of Madison, Wisconsin. They just love retarded tampon boys here. Uh, absolutely dead. That's the best. That's how I feel about some places in Michigan. So some of these comments are great. So I got 1,702 subs. Thank you, everybody. It took me almost all year to get that many subs last year. This year's just starting. And yeah. So the guy that decided to tell me my channel was low effort because of the way I made my videos. I laughed at that. And then I checked his profile and he didn't even have a single sub. I'm like, wait a second. Who are you to judge me? Where's your content? What the fuck? Really? My shit's low content, your shit's not existent. Oh, I love when that happens. And I just told him, go find another channel with the little by hands. So that's awesome, Manuel. That's the way it's supposed to be. People are supposed to come in, simulate to the way of our life, not bring their country to us, and then work to make the country better. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the way I was raised anyway. I was raised, I learned that if you didn't work for it, you didn't get it. And if you want it, you better work damn hard for it. Nothing comes for free. No. That's why some countries don't, some parts of the world, they don't belong here. Yeah, I know, Minty. I feel so bad for you guys, but you know what? Trump is really getting pissed. And he put the EU on warning that if things didn't start changing, you know, he wouldn't be happy. So we'll see how that goes. They decided they were going to fine Elon for not handing over his personal information. So Trump, his downfall. No, he won't. What do you mean Trump will have his downfall? He won't. He's already done more in this world and country than any other American president. Why would you say that, Nancy? He's here for another 3 years, like it or not. Well, 2 years after this, but the man's survived, what, 2 assassination attempts? 3 almost? Because they caught a sniper's nest, but he's like, yeah, you say he won't be around much longer, but I could see Trump being around into his hundreds. So that is the plan. Emmanuel, sorry. Um, that's why he's paused all immigration, and they're going through and getting rid of the people that they can't vet, and the ones that are here that were supposed to be vetted are getting revetted. And if they find anything like fraud or anything in their paperwork, then they're going to be denaturalized and deported. So, yeah, I think Trump's going to be around a lot longer than anybody expects. Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure. Think about it. Why do you think they shot him? In less than 24 hours after they shot him, they cremated him. Oh, I know so, Mitzi. First off, he's in perfect health. He's passed the IQ test that, like, is impossible to pass. Hi, Mariah. How are you? But, yeah, he's going to be around and he's going to be busy. So, I'm okay, thank you. No, you're right, but look at what they've thrown at this man in the last 10 years. They repeatedly tried to put him in jail, failed. They, Iran's tried to assassinate him, Afghanistan's tried to assassinate him, people here in the country have tried to assassinate him, and he's still alive. Happy New Year. If something was going to happen to him, it would already happen. So, yeah, nobody's going to touch him. Yeah, that is the sad truth, but I think it's just like people are so tired of. That's where you're missing it, Menti. Trump is the least greediest politician, and he's not even a politician. He's a businessman in this country. He don't get paid to be president. He don't use American taxpayers' money to get shit accomplished, like the new ballroom at the White House he paid for out of pocket. He's not after the money. He don't need the money. He's got all the money he could want. He wants to make America better. He wants to make it a better place. Yep, I agree. So, but to say that Trump is greedy is the complete opposite. I think everybody misses that. They're like, oh, he's in it for the money. He don't need the money. He's had the money since he was young. Hey, Joe, how are you? No, and he don't take more. That's the whole thing. Like Joe Biden sat there asleep at the White House and got paid to do it. I'm good. But both times Donald Trump's been president, he's done it without pay. Minty. First off, we owned all of Venezuela oil reserves. until they became a communist country, stole our land, and kicked us out. So let's get that straight first off. Second of all, he don't want to take over. Well, the oil refines, what he wants to do is to have people from America go invest in the oil refineries to make money for Venezuela. It's not to make money for America, it's to make money for Venezuela, to get them back on the right track. So, like, to say that we're going in there and stealing anything is bullshit, because we're not. It was ours in the first place. Exxon in I don't remember the big companies that own the refineries over there, but it was our land, it was our companies, it was our money that, you know, it was us doing it, not them. Yes, he definitely wants to make our country better, Mariah. That's all he's trying to do, and people give him big shit about it. And the reason they do is because he's so successful at it. He makes the shit look easy that they said couldn't be done. Oh, for 4 years, Harris and Biden claimed the border can't be secure. There's no way to secure the border. Trump locked the border down the first week that he was in office, and there hasn't been a person that's made it through the border since. They're like, oh, you can't stop wars. Trump stopped 8 of them. No, he didn't. He absolutely did not. The Monroe Doctrine gives us rights to all the Western Hemisphere. If it's happening in our hemisphere, the United States has every legal right to do something about it. And Maduro has had a warrant out for his arrest for narco-terrorism for a number of years now. And instead of the Dems picking him up like they should have, because he's not been considered a legitimate president for a while, instead of them picking up like they should have, they just put a $25 million bounty on his head. So instead of just letting him run drugs and keep killing people in our country, Trump actually went in with police, FBI agents, the people who had the proper authority to do it. Yeah, he took the military, but he had every right to. There was no laws broken. I'm so tired of hearing that he broke laws when he didn't. What do you think we did in Iraq and Afghanistan, dude? Like, seriously, do you think we just went in there and were nice about it? I don't think I'd be in the position I was if we were. But there was no laws broken. He does everything he does with the full legal authority behind him. He's got JAG officers, he's got lawyers, he's got military personnel, he's got CIA, FBI, everybody. People just assume what he did was illegal because nobody's done it since, like, what was it, the 80s when the last, or maybe it was the 50s. I don't remember. There was another dictator, just like Maduro, that got snatched by the USA, just like Maduro under the Monroe Doctrine, came here and died in prison. It's not illegal. It's written right into our laws. It's also recognized by everybody in the EU, because there was a meeting on it today and 17 countries stood up and said that what Trump did was for the best. Yeah. The Panama guy, yeah. Yep, and it both happened the same exact way, too, because they both surrendered. They went in there so fast. Maduro was trying to get into his safe room. Didn't have the time, so he just threw his arms up and surrendered. There was nothing illegal done. If that was the case, then Obama needs to be in jail for sure, because look at the people that he bombed. Yeah, Manuel Noriega, that's right. So everybody's like, Trump did it, Trump did it. Obama did the same shit, except he just kept it quiet. And Obama killed a lot more people. He killed American citizens, kids, civilians. He didn't care. At least Trump is not like killing people just for the sake of killing people because they're there. That sucks, Manuel. But I see why. The name. So. But yeah. Everybody's like, it's illegal. Let's look real quick here what the Monroe Doctrine says. The Monroe Doctrine, proclaimed by President James Monroe in 1823, was a U.S. foreign policy declaring the Americas off limits to future European colonizations and interference, asserting a distinct sphere of influence for the Western Hemisphere while pledging U.S. neutrality in European affairs. It warned Europe powers against new colonies or meddling in newly independent Latin American nations, marking a key assertion of American power and hemispheric preeminence, later evolving through additions like the Roosevelt Colliery, which justifies U.S. intervention in the region. So Donald Trump did absolutely nothing wrong. It was U.S. intervention within the region to remove a dictator that was wanted on. He got convicted of, well, not convicted, but it's narco-terrorism, owning and something to do with machine guns and weapons of mass destruction, conspiracy to own machine guns and weapons of mass destruction, and 2 counts of narco-terrorism, 2 counts of conspiracy. And I'm not sure what his wife got, though. Yeah, he was narco-terrorism, conspiracy to import cocaine and weapons offenses. That was the one I missed, conspiracy to import cocaine. And the charges were brought in 2020. So it's not like he didn't know it was going to happen. He had hell of warning. There's a video out there of him telling Trump, come get me, and calling him a coward. That aged like fine wine. Guess if you don't want to be got, don't ask for it. So, yeah, in about 24 hours, because the Congress and everybody are meeting about it right now. I think what most people are freaked out about is Trump said that we were gonna run Venezuela. But I think people take that out of context, because he don't mean we're literally gonna go in and run Venezuela. He's got people in power. He's going to make sure that Venezuela's got proper representation by their own people. And he's going to make sure that no more terrorists, Russia, China, Iran, can get into our hemisphere and take the oil and shit that don't belong to them because they don't need it. They got plenty on their side of the world. And they sure don't need to be here. Now, Venezuelans, I understand, Maduro caused 8 million people to mass migrate from Venezuela. Do you know how many celebrations there are all over the world right now that Maduro is in jail in the United States? It started as people screaming and cheering out their windows because they were not sure if he was gone, to people in the streets now celebrating with American flags and Venezuelan flags. No, it's not all about the oil. Did you not hear the charges? The man has imported so much cocaine into the United States that he's killed as many people as the World War II killed American soldiers. Why would you assume just because I said something about the oil that it's all about the oil? That makes sense. I just read his charges to you. I don't think for a minute it's all about the oil. I know for a fact it's not all about the oil. No, it was about getting rid of a person, first off, dictator, because Venezuela didn't even see him as a legitimate president. It was about the drugs. It was about the weapons. And it was about giving Venezuela their country back so that they can be free again. So yeah, there's oil in there, and it's got something to do with oil, but it's absolutely not all about the oil. Why can't anybody wrap their head around maybe this president just wants to make our hemisphere safer so we're not worried about terrorist attacks every 5 minutes? Yeah, they've been oppressed bad. And now they're free and they're celebrating. But everybody else is butthurt because they think, oh, it's illegal. It's absolutely not illegal. If a person has a warrant on their head from the United States, do you think they can just run to any country and not be arrested for it? Because you're dead wrong. If we want you, we can come get you anywhere in the world at the drop of a dime. It doesn't matter your status. If you've done something wrong to us, or you've done something wrong to your people and other people, like killing millions with drugs here in America, but not only that, he killed people who tried to oppose him in Venezuela. He used the cartels to kill him. He was the head of the biggest cartel. Yep. I'd say it's a little bit more about the people than 30%, but I would say just ask the people of Venezuela, ask the people in Florida, the biggest Venezuelan population in the United States. Ask the Venezuelans in New York that went out to protest the protesters who were wanting to set Maduro free. That should tell you everything you need to know about it right there. None of the rest should matter. The people are free. What could the oil do? The oil could make their country rich and, what it used to be. I've seen this lady just break down in tears because her son was killed by the cartel under Maduro's orders. And she was just bawling, thanking Trump, thanking God. Yeah, they are so happy. Like I said, it started out that morning, everybody, and even if you look at the way that Cubans are responding, they're all crying happy with joy because they know if Maduro's gone, that their leaders aren't going to stand much longer either. And they're under the same kind of oppression that Venezuela was under. There is no room on this side of the hemisphere for any kind of fucking communism whatsoever. It don't work, it never worked, and it's not good. So, think what you want about Trump and it being illegal or not legal, but the fact is, there's a whole country celebrating right now, except for the very few that support him. For one video, I can show you people protesting in Venezuela. I can show you thousands of people celebrating. So, Venezuelans are getting pissed at Americans for protesting. That should tell you something right there in itself. Yeah, they have oil. They ain't got drugs anymore. Well, they won't have after America's done getting in there and making sure it's taken care of properly. But their main drug bin, drug king, whatever you want to call him, is gone. His son has a warrant out for his arrest, along with a couple other members of his regime. And then when the liberal media figured out that they couldn't be mad about it, because that was just pissing everybody else off, they decided to jump to, well, if they've all got warrants, why didn't you just get them all? Actually, Minty, our drug problem, you're right, we'll always have a drug problem, but the amount of drugs coming to our country has dropped so much that overdoses are decreasing. Everything's going down. Every country will always have a drug problem. It can't be perfect, but it doesn't mean we need drug traffickers bringing drugs into our country. All right, no problem. So, but everybody will always have problems with drugs. It doesn't matter what country you're in. That's a fact. UK probably has just as bad of a drug problem as America has. The only difference is the UK probably takes care of their people a whole hell of a lot better than America does and doesn't leave them out on the streets and shit. I can't say that for certain, but the parts of UK I've seen, in Europe I've seen, have all been pretty nice. Like, you can't even walk down the street in Los Angeles because there are people laying on the ground, slumped over, just all drugged up. Seattle, any of our major cities. Yeah, that's like, I've never seen a video really of a homeless encampment over there. And they're all over here. So, oh. But yeah, really bad. So is New York. And then right before Kamdami got into office, the other mayor tried to get rid of all the homeless encampments. And now they're all back because Mamdani said that it's better for them to have homeless encampments than give them a place to live. But he wants to freeze rent and give free buses get free child care while leaving people out on the street homeless. See, that's awesome. That's taking care of people. That don't happen here. I used to have a shed at the trailer I lived in, and there was this old homeless guy, and I would let him sleep in my shed. And the cop showed up and told me I couldn't let him sleep in my shed, even though I had heat and electricity. I was like, what do you mean he can't sleep in my fucking shed? It's my shed on my property. I was homeless for quite a while after I got out of the army. Came back to a place where there was more migrants than there was places to live, so, you know. And it wasn't even, it was a little bit bad back then. But then Joe Biden happened, and now it's just unbearable. So, yeah, living outside isn't fun. Well, I never say anybody's lucky for getting COVID, but I'd say you're pretty lucky for getting COVID. Oy. I was, and I had to take a trip across the country to get housing. That's why I'm here. So, and then I didn't even get housing right away when I first got here. It took almost a year. Not that I didn't start looking right away, but the waiting lists, they could take up to 4 years. So, my goodness. What cracks me up about the whole Venezuela situation is we went to bed, got up, and everybody's like, there's going to be a war. We're like, the war's over, dummy. There was never a war in the first place. The only reason that they dropped any kind of suppressive fire at all is because Maduro lives on a military base. Oh, wow. Well, at least they put you somewhere. So, thirsty.
There is no going back. Nicolás Maduro today is going to be brought to justice
See?
after 14 years of running our country, after more than 20 years of a ruthless dictatorship.
We're here for the
Like they
arraignment
got a
to
problem
say,
with that.
free Maduro, to say the U.S. has no right
White
to
liberal.
be holding the president of Venezuela and his wife, Celia.
See, it went from a real Venezuelan to a white liberal. They had no right. They should if we didn't. Oh. I didn't know that. Tim Walz got 36 million in donations from Somalians the day after he was elected. That's crazy. Of course he let the freaking fraud slip. He was making as much money off of it as they were. I wonder where Shirley is. She gonna be the happiest ever because she lives in Minnesota. I haven't seen her comment yet, but she's gonna be thrilled. She's like, help us get rid of Walz. Nick Shirley did that for you. My neighbor's home and out smoking. I know, me neither. She came in, I want to say right before New Year's or just after Christmas. Yeah, I was going to say, because she came in. I couldn't remember exactly when it was. Think you were here, Minty. Not sure. But, yeah. Kind of like you. I never know when you guys are popping in. But I'm always happy when you do. So I haven't heard from you in a while. Figured you were busy and didn't want to bother you, so.
There was a great revival in the Hebrides.
Would you not do that?
There
I
was a
wish
great
people
revival.
would stop freaking tagging me on the stupid, what are they called on YouTubes? They're like the shorts, but they're reels. I hate the freaking things. I know, Minty. I'm not worried about it. So, I know you come when you can. I wonder what happened to mining tonight. So, he normally comes in and says hi, but I seen him this morning. He was in here, but I haven't seen him tonight. I think I might have time to do a live stream in the morning before my appointment. But I can't. I don't know. I don't want to say I do and then I don't. I don't think it starts till 10:45, so I probably do. I'll find out in the morning. I always get a text in the morning. Awesome, Minty. That's awesome. I started working on a new diamond art painting. But I got building blocks coming of Mount Rushmore. And I'll probably put that together live. I'm working on my Titanic too, but it's a pain in the ass because the pieces are so small. Thank you. Awesome. You never come go live with me anymore. I honestly haven't I didn't set up my live to go live with anybody this week because my phone's been screwing up. So, this one, the phone I used to go live with people on, the volume just cuts out for some reason. So it's 31. It's quite warm actually. But we're under a winter weather advisory. Rain. Freezing rain. 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain. From 11 p.m. tonight until 1 p.m. tomorrow. So I wonder why my phone isn't showing me when I'm getting comments. Ah, that's not good, Minty. Don't burn your behind. I think he meant he and not I. Yeah, I don't seem to be getting notifications. Thanks for the subs. Oh, when people comment on my stuff and I don't understand why. No, don't sleep on your charger, silly. Definitely don't sleep on your charger. Speaking of charger, I need to unplug my phone. Yeah, it's definitely not nice. Whoa, the thing is, I get a lot of comments on my shorts, but half the time it doesn't show that people are commenting until I open my YouTube studio and it's just piled with comments. Yeah, I was charging it while doing this, so it's ready. It's done. Plug in this. I still don't understand what's going on with the speaker of this phone all of a sudden. It's aggravating, but oh well, until I get a new phone, I guess it's just gonna have to be what it is. So, but I guess I'm gonna get off here. And I might see you guys in the morning, I might not. I don't know yet, it just depends. So if not, I will see you guys Wednesday for sure. So that's really good, Metzi. Love you guys.